State Park is really good with their.
And third, Sunfield and three off the Palace. And fourth, the first baseman Thomas Hayden Taylor. And fifth, second baseman number 9, Caleb Green. Batting sixth, the shortstop number 1, Reagan Smith. Batting seventh.
I'm gonna go too. I think I'm gonna get a hot dog.
See,
Either that or maybe
on the receivers batting seventh. That means the right fielder number 17, Bryce Buckminster, and then ninth, the left fielder number 6, Keegan Dixon. For the Senators, leading off, designated hitter pitcher number 1, Walker Loyer. And second, the left fielder number 5, James Hurst. And third, shortstop number 3, Keith Gordon. And fourth, catcher number 7, Connor Brown. And fifth, the third baseman number 2, Tony Scott. And sixth, left fielder number 14, James Hurst. And seventh, second baseman number 6, Michael Roman. And eighth, the first baseman number 18, Ray Kalispell. And ninth, the center fielder number 11, Tyler Carter. Once again, pitching for the Senators under the County Field, and they won Walker Loyer. It started here just 2 minutes ago. Game number 2 between the Lakers and Senators. Game 1, the Lakers in 11 innings, 10-8.
Good, long time no see. I can't stay away from you, buddy. Just like your company too much.
Game number 2 brought to you by Fred Preps and UA Creations. UA is the company we believe in and know we have to develop financial services. We're forward. Fred Preps is UA Creations. My friend is Country is Connor Green Dinosaur. On the left hand, from the city guard. Snacks, gas, and cheapest store in town. Friendly street clothes. And by Golden Eagle Construction. Golden Eagle Construction is a service contractor from exceeding the expectations of clients in Southwestern Montana and Golden Eagle Construction. The gym, such stand is still open. You'll find a variety of tasty Walmart concerts on the road, including usually cheaper sausages, plenty of Walmart snacks. And we've got pizza and ice cream around there as well, so you have yourself problems. More. May 3rd. And the reserve food here by the Kalispell is right there on the Wednesday. You'll find containers, hard seltzers, wine, and other drinks served No score in the open 17 spot.
Hey Josh, they sell water up there. There, do you get one too if not?
Pitching for the Senators in game number 2. It's number 1, Walker to Rozier. Leading off for the Lakers is the third baseman, number 15, Helena.
All right, hey, welcome back for game 2 of this doubleheader. It's Daniel Shepard and John Kemper coming to you on YouTube, presented by Stockman Bank, and we are underway. DeRozier on the mound for the Senators, and leading off is Fan. Game 1, it went to the Lakers, 10-8 in 11 innings. So we'll see how this one goes. Still got the music going back there. Hey, that's okay. All right, around the field, we'll get to that in just a second as DeRozier gets ready on the 1-0 pitch. This one hit foul down the right field line. And now I'll turn up my trusty color commentator, who will give us the starting lineup for the Lakers.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
Hunter Fan, it's a play right now. He's leading off, playing third. Luke Nikkinen, he's pitching, batting second. Oscar Callis playing center, batting third. Caden Kaler playing first, batting fourth. Cale Brink playing second, batting fifth.
This one hit deep out into right field, but it's going to be hauled in by Demers.
We got Reggie Sapa. He's batting sixth, playing short. Andre Seifer's batting seventh, catching. Bryce Buckmaster batting eighth, playing right. Then Tegan Dixon batting ninth, playing left field. And as we said before, Luke Nikkinen on the mound for game 2.
All right, Nikkinen at the plate. Hits it to third, and a high throw, but a good job. Perlinski able to stretch out and make the grab for the second out. 2 away here in the top of the first between the Lakers and the Senators. This is the final game today for the Senators. They'll hit the road tomorrow down to Bozeman for 2. Glad to have you along this afternoon. Just a beautiful day. 77 degrees. More clouds building as the afternoons come along. A little bit more of a breeze, but nothing that's going to affect the game. Drops that one in for a strike, does DeRozier. So Callis is checked in here for the first time today.
Yeah, a couple quick outs there for Walker.
And gets ahead.
A couple moving this game along. We 3-hour game before, but this game will be over in before 90 minutes elapses. It's kind of the way things work sometimes.
Oh, Callis is going to take one off the helmet. Walking down, looks okay. See, I just would I'd just crawl up into a ball if that happened to me. But the batter reaches on the hit by pitch, and that will bring up Kaler as Callis heads down to first. Defensively for the Senators, it'll be Peterson in left, Kaiser in center, Demers in right field. Around the infield, third base, Sassano, Troyer at short, Roman at second, Perlinski at first. Behind the plate is Devine, and on the mound is Walker DeRozier. All right.
First baseman,
John, how are we looking over there?
Looking good. Pitch will be high, ball 1, 1-0. That'll be high as well, 2-0. DeRozier looks over at first. Comes to the plate. That one's high, 3-0. All right, 3-0 count for DeRozier. With Callis on first. That one is going to be in for strike 1. 3-1 now for DeRozier.
See here, Kaler 6 for 18 entering play today. 7 RBIs, 8 runs scored. Has a triple this year.
Forward or first, back plenty of times. Kalis.
He walked a couple times in first game. Kaler did. Looking for one here.
All right, 3-1 pitch. Kaler up the middle. That'll fall for a base hit. Moving to second will be Kalis. He'll hold there. Rounding first will be Kaler, and it'll bring up Brink with 2 away and runners at first and second here in the top of the first. So you think you just had an 11-inning game. Now you get basically a half hour off. You're right back out there. Pretty much the same lineups, different pitchers and stuff. But for the Senators, you got to have a quick memory or a short memory. Get rid of it and just get on to the next one, I would imagine.
Yeah, if I'm a Senators player, I've already forgot what happened in the first game. I know Walker, that he obviously wants to have that error back, but he's got a chance here to affect the outcome of game 2, so he needs to flush it and move on. Getting out of this inning would be a good way to start that and forget about what happened about 30 minutes ago.
And he starts off with Brink up high, ball 1. Well, in that first game, you go back to 5 errors by the Senators. It wasn't just DeRozier's error that
certainly not.
caused those 2 runs. It was some other fielding errors as well. And I believe we had 8 errors between the 2 teams. And that game really could have went either way. A big double play by the Lakers to get out of a jam that would have scored the winning run on a hit by DeRozier. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed to make it 1-1. But you do have to have a short memory if you're going to be successful, probably in any sports, but especially in baseball.
I have a short memory just day to day, How
Well,
about
you
you?
shouldn't. You're only 27. I mean, that doesn't happen until you're later. This one rolled up along third foul, and 1 and 2.
Can't remember what I did yesterday.
I can. Do you need me to? I can call Helena PD and let them check. I mean, they can remind you what you
That's
did.
not funny. That's not one single bit funny.
Oh, you didn't get a ticket. All right, the 1-2 pitch by DeRozier swung on and missed, and down goes Brink. That'll end the top half of the first. DeRozier leaves 2, and at the end of the half inning, no score with the Senators coming up.
18 pitchers for Dawson Roser.
All right, welcome back in. Top of the first, about to get, bottom of the first, about ready to get underway. First inning is brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway, Montana Properties. Our commitment is your advantage. Jolene Lloyd at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Montana Properties will serve you across southwestern Montana. Find out more at bhhsmt.com. First swing ties up DeRozier. He'll go down 0-1. So it'll be DeRozier, Demers, and Troyer to lead things off for the Senators. Slapped foul. Getting some feedback there, but I think I got it taken care of. Man, I'm definitely not an audio technician. I'm also not an auto technician. Neither is
Change the headlight in my car if you are.
neither is Shepard here with this Popeye. Did you ever play that game? That one's fouled away to the right. You play Popeye? You ever see a car with a headlight out? You go Popeye and you hit the roof?
Okay.
Or you go Popeye, you owe me a Coke? Never did that? No, I'm serious. I'm not getting down on you. You never played that game?
No.
Oh, that's a great game. The 0-2 pitch hit to the left side. That is bobbled by third, and DeRozier is going to be on. No chance to get DeRozier if you bobble it at all on the left side of the infield. And DeRozier is on to lead things off for the Senators.
That's an infield hit. That's a tough play. Ball's tucked inside the foul line there. And I think even with a Even if that ball had a little pace, I think Walker's probably safe with his speed.
All right, Demers comes to the plate for the first time in this one. Inside, ball one. DeRozier walks back to first.
Yeah, kind of a mixed bag for Demers in the first game. Triple and a reach on an error, but struck out 3 times. So
throw over to first. DeRozier back in plenty of time. Well, and you're going to have that. We were talking about how you go from the Indies up to the Senators. I mean, there's going to be growing pains. It's a good start as he puts this one in to the right center field gap. DeRozier, no hesitation, goes from first to third, and the Senators have him cornered in the bottom of the first with nobody out, and Troyer coming to the plate.
and right on cue, Demers goes pull side. Walker goes first to third, so
Yeah, just out of reach of the second baseman, Brink, by about a foot. Let's see if Troyer can drive in a run. Senators scored a run in the first inning of the first game. Troyer's first one high, ball one, 1-0.
see Troyer, a couple hits, reached on an error, walked, had a sack, bunt. A little bit of everything for him.
Pitch fouled off, 1-1.
He reached on that wild play in right center. The 2 outfielders came together and the ball dropped and scored on that balk there to tie it at 8.
All right, 1-1 pitch. That's high, 2-1. DeRozier scampers down third, the third base line, and I'll go back. Man, you take this whether you're around.
Heck yeah.
All right, 2-1 pitch. That's going to be low, 3-1. Nikkinen misses. Now a hitter's count for Troyer with Devine on deck. 3-1 pitch, that's inside, and it will walk him. So the bases are going to be full for Connor Devine as he steps in for the first time with nobody out here in the top of the first. No score. We're going to have a pitching visit, mound visit here by Kalispell to talk about it. You got Devine, and then Sassano and Peterson. Peterson playing left field.
Anything but a pop-up here on the infield probably scores a run if you're Helena. Kalispell's probably going to stay back here up the middle, trade 2 outs for a run. The way they were hitting the ball in the first game, 1 run's not going to sink them here in game 2, so maybe pull the corners in here, stay back up the middle.
Defensively for the Lakers, it's Dixon, Callis, and Buckmaster around the outfield. Third base Fan, Sepa at short, Brink at second, Kaler at first. On the mound, of course, is Nikkinen, and behind the plate is Seffers. And the pitch, Devine doesn't offer, and it's a strike, 0-1. So the base is full early with nobody out for the Senators here in the bottom of the first. Trying to cash in. Nikkinen, glove in his face, goes into his windup, and the pitch. Devine takes a hack and falls down 0-2.
And Devine doubled, had a sack bunt in that first game. I'm going to take a double right here. Probably score 3 if he found a gap.
Gets ready. And the 0-2 pitch in the dirt outside. Good block there by Seifers. Makes it 1-2.
Get a little wind now. Be a hell of a day without a little wind.
Wow. 0-2. That is going to be ball 2. Just missed. Count goes even. Devine waiting into his windup is Nikkinen, and this one hit into center. That should be enough to get DeRozier home, and the Senators will go up 1-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Nice job by Devine. It holds the rest of the runners at first and second. So Demers and Troyer will be there. And coming up will be Sassano. Sassano pitched in relief in game 1. Now he'll be playing third base in this one. Nikkinen back to the stretch. And the first pitch. Devine doesn't offer. 1-0.
Yeah, there's a little bit of extra life there for Devine of that strike 2 pitch. Close, but not called. Did his job, lifted the ball in the center, scored a run. Good piece of hitting there.
All right, the 1-0. That one is going to be off the plate. 2-0. I think Nikkinen not happy with the zone. Going to make an aggressive catch of that ball. 2-0 pitch coming up. That one is low. Ball 3, 3-0. So Sassano now. Take or swing. Flip a coin. I say take.
Oh, no, I think he's probably taking here.
Well, that's what I said.
Sorry, I got distracted, John. I'm not going to lie to you.
And he does take, and that is a strike. Daniel, that rare guy who can have 2 conversations at once.
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right, 3-1 pitch from Nikkinen on its way. And that one is in on the outside corner for strike 2, and the count will go full. All right, so runners at first and second, 1 out. Full count for Sassano and the pitch. That is low, and the bases are loaded. Sassano takes it inside, and it'll bring up Eli Peterson. Playing left field today and batting now for the Sens. Roman will be in the on-deck circle. All right, let's see what Peterson can do. At some point, I mean, sacrifices are great, but you just like a base hit to score a couple and keep the train moving. And there it is, up the middle, but it's going to probably be another sacrifice. Demers started a little late, but he'll have plenty of time to get through, and the Senators go up 2-0 as he crosses home with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Nice job by Peterson. Once again, Helena High runners at, Helena Senators at first and second with Roman checking in. Ooh, little Metallica walk-up music.
I guess he doesn't know all the bands.
Oh, did I have that wrong? Oh, that was Nirvana. Oh, my gosh. Hits the outside corner, 0-1. I apologize.
Okay, we forgive you.
Okay, thank you. I should know that, too. I'm from Washington. Should know Nirvana over Metallica. Oof.
Is Nirvana from Washington or something?
Yeah, Seattle. 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2.
John,
Roman.
if it's not David Allen Coe or Hank Williams Jr., I don't really know who it is. Not gonna lie to you.
Well, you knew Dirks Benedict.
Bentley.
Oh. 2 runners on, 0-2 pitch. That's high. Ball 1, 1-2. Right, Nikkinen trying to end this one. He's up 1-2 on Roman with 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. That's outside. Nope, they're going to ring him up. Hits the outside corner. Roman will toss the bat, but the Senators leave 2, but they get 2 on 2 hits. And at the end of 1, it's 2-0 Senators on YouTube, presented by Stockman Bank. We go to the second inning. It's 2-0 Senators leading the Lakers. Senators baseball, and this inning is brought to you by Brevera Bank. Want to earn more cash? Brevera Bank provides a cashback rewards checking account where you can earn money when you swipe your debit card. Learn more about our community rewards checking and a member of FDIC. So it'll be Sapa, Seifers, and Buckmaster to lead things off for the Lakers here in the top of the second. Walker DeRozier's first pitch is in there for a strike.
It's a pretty decent looking break ball right there.
I remember that from last year, coming to games, and he could really break them off. Makes it 0-1.
That was again.
This one, a weak grounder that's gonna not be handled. Took a bad hop there for Troyer, and the leadoff hitter will be on. Charge the air to Troyer. They'll bring up Seifers.
A little bouncy infield there, but
yeah, it took a lot of interesting bounces as it rolled towards short. Helena seeing if they can play for double play possibly. Seifers, his first at bat today. That one's outside. Ball 1-0. DeRozier, quick look to first. He'll come home. That's going to be low, 2-0.
good to see local celebrity Gary Marshall at the ball games today.
Yeah, I saw him when I was going to get
Gigantic camera lens.
some food between games. Chatted with him for a second. 2-0 pitch is popped up into shallow right field. Coming in is Demers. Going out, and Demers will make the grab, as that was Roman going out as well. Dodged each other by a couple feet. There's the first out of the top of the second. It'll hold Sapa at first base, and now Buckmaster will come up to bat. Dixon on deck, and then the top of the order if they get there.
You're hunting a ground ball here for Walker. Try to get out of this inning.
Grounds it foul down the first base side. I'm assuming they're doing some prescribed burning around the area.
Oh,
That ball gets away, and Devine having a hard time finding it. Rounding second will be Sapa, but he'll stay there. Went off of Devine's left shoe after it skipped, and it rolled to his right, and it took him a minute to find it. It's such a, as a former catcher, a long time ago, such a terrifying feeling.
can't find the ball.
Yeah, it's easy to start panicking. All right, 1-1 pitch by DeRozier, looking the runner back at second. He'll come in, and that will be low, 2-1.
So yeah, Buckmaster 1 for 5 in game one. Reached on an error as well. Ground into a double play.
All right, 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. All right, 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Buckmaster will go down to first, and Dixon will come out, come up. One away, and runners on first and second. And still hunting that ground ball.
Yeah, I really want to come right here with 9-hole hitter up. Really don't want to see the top of the order again in the second inning here. Let's get a ground ball, get out of the inning, face 1, 2, 3 in the third.
Okay, DeRozier set. And the first pitch to Dixon is in there for a strike.
Most recently was Sapphire. Only the right side was Sapphire. It was not the mic Sapphire. Wasn't there a pitch?
Yes, it was September. All you got is
It smells like a damn sword.
All right, 0-1 pitch. That is in there as well, so he's doing exactly what you hoped. Coming right after him. Makes it 0-2. Runners at first and second, one away, top of 2. Senators lead 2-0.
If he goes back to that breaking ball right here.
Brings the heat and strikes him out instead for the
Like a
second
changeup,
out.
John.
That was a
Ball had some
changeup?
movement down. That was nasty.
Back to the top of the order for the Kalispell Lakers with the third baseman, number 15, Hunter.
All right, 2 away
Fan.
for DeRozier. Brings the top of the order back up. This is Fan. Runner still on first and second. DeRozier, check of the runner at second. Brings it home. Curveball, that one will be foul. 0-1.
See, Fam reached on an error in game 1.
Just misses that one. Couldn't straighten it out. Ahead of it on that curve. Pulls it foul down the right field line.
Still looking for his first hit today. Is Fan.
All right, the 0-2 pitch by DeRozier. Hits the outside corner and rings him up. Well, 2 guys reach, but no damage done, and through an inning and a half, it's 2-0. Senators leading the Lakers on YouTube.
No hits, 1 error, and 1 down. So the Lakers are top position. 1.5, Helena, 2, Kalispell, 0. 34 pitches for DeRozier, 34. One of the second, brought to you by new sponsor of 2025 season, Iron Liquor and Gold Iron Center. And you can get the traditional casino experience with its lighting atmosphere and a wide range of gaming options. Set aside and immerse yourself in seven slot machines, table games, and live entertainment. Oh, and they sell liquor. Iron Liquor and Gold Iron Center. Open your own concrete contractor in Helena. Performing all of the concrete services for both residential and commercial clients. Matrix Construction. Leading off for the Senators.
Bottom of the second getting underway, 2-0. Senators lead the
First
Lakers.
base, number 18, Brady Perlinsky.
Berlinski, and then Kaiser in the top of the order, starting with DeRozier. Berlinski's first plate appearance today.
Yeah, I got him 1 for 10 coming into play today.
That one catches the inside corner to make it 0-1.
Got a single, an RBI, a couple runs scored, and a walk this year.
That one's outside. Count goes 1-1.
11 plate appearances for Brady.
Well, his brother Carter went deep twice today, college baseball, and he's going to hit this one to third, circling it and throwing him out is going to be Fan. And that'll take care of Perlinsky this time around. All right, Kaiser checks in for the first time today.
Fielder number 11, Tyler Kaiser.
Kaiser starting in center field again, just like in game 1.
A big day for Kaiser in game 1. Couple hits. Scored a run. Diving catch in center.
Hacks at the first one and fouls it away.
Pretty cool looking dirt stain on his right leg.
There you go.
They do it like over maybe some number of years or something.
Not a baseball player unless you get dirty a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, I think most sports, right? I mean, probably not basketball. Football, though.
Well, you know, you get court burns and floor burns in basketball, you know.
That's the equivalent.
Yeah. It's a badge of honor.
Yeah, that's true.
A little strawberry on your knee or your elbow.
Oof.
Take a charge.
And development director.
Get up and let your
Take a
teammates know
charge
about
or
it.
take a flop.
I wasn't very good at taking charges. That's why I didn't play much.
You're more the bull.
I wasn't very.
Oh, watches that one. That one freezes Kaiser. That'll be the second out of the inning. So now DeRozier will come up. Off speed on that one. All right, DeRozier, 1 for 1 today. Got a hit to lead things off back in the first. Came around to score. Looking in, looking in. DeRozier waggling the bat here. See if he jumps on one. He's going to try to bunt, pulls it back. That will be a ball. 1-0.
Walker scored 3 runs today, adding to a team high 10 coming into play. So he's got 13 of Helena's runs scored this season.
1-0 inside, 2-0.
See, Helena had scored 49 runs entering play, so they're at 57, 59 with 2 this game. So Walker scored 13 of them this year.
2-0 fouled away. 2-1.
See, I can do math.
You're killing it with the math. How about this? If you have 2 headlights and one isn't working, how many are working?
Well, my bright lights work, so technically I have 3
Oh, you
out
should
of 4.
just turn on your high beams then. That
Well, I've been pulled
be-
over for that too.
Yeah, that'll be low. 3 and 1. If you don't know what we're talking about, Daniel got pulled over yesterday for not having a headlight, for having his headlight out downtown. This one is going to be lifted into center field. Coming in is Callis, and he'll wrangle it for the 3rd out. That's the end of the second. Senators still lead 2-0 on YouTube, presented by Stockman Bank. All right, 3rd inning brought to you by Builders First Source. Builders First Source is the nation's largest supplier of structural building products, value-added components and services to the professional market for new residential construction and repair and remodeling. All right, 2-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd. And checking in will be Nikkinen to lead things off, followed by Kalis and Kaler. DeRozier on the mound. First one, that one will be ball 1. DeRozier, 35 pitches, 21 strikes to this point. Into the windup, and Nikkinen's going to hit this one on a line to short. No problem for Troyer. Picks it up on to first and out number 1.
Center fielder number 3, Oscar Callis.
All right, Callis checks in. Callis hit by pitch last time up.
See Troyer bounce back after that error early in the game. Make the routine play look routine.
First one is low, 1-0.
Got a little shade here, John.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking it.
Getting a sunburn today.
Fouled.
My fair Irish complexion can't handle the sun.
Just need to go to Ireland, man. You ever been?
Nope.
No.
I
2-0
want to go to the
pitch.
DeLorean factory. You ever been there?
Well, it's not in Ireland.
It's in Northern Ireland.
Not the real one.
The
anymore.
first DeLorean factory was built in Northern Ireland.
Well,
Have you
yeah,
not
but
watched
it's-
the documentary?
But it's not. No, I haven't. All I know from the DeLorean is from Back to the Future. Big curveball. That one drops in to make it 2-2.
So yeah, John DeLorean built his first
I didn't know that.
DeLorean factory in Ireland.
I thought it was England.
Nope.
Huh. Wait, isn't Northern Ireland kind of like England? Swung on and missed. That'll be a strikeout for the second out of the inning. Well, the DeLorean's making a comeback, but it's going to be EV.
The story goes that that car was so unpopular that they have all these parts that they never used to build the cars with.
It's in Houston.
So they have all these like new old cars stock stuff that
Yeah.
they can build cars with.
No, that's literally in
Original
Humboldt,
parts.
Texas. I live like about 12 miles from this huge DeLorean like warehouse off the Beltway 8 and 59 freeway.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
wild.
This one's fouled down the right field line. So 2 away, and it's an 0-1 count for Kaler. He's 1 for 1 with a hit back in the first.
First thing I'd do is I'd get on the interstate.
Swing and miss. Strikeout. Go down, make sure, and that'll take care of it. Well, a nice little inning there for DeRozier. And at the end of 2.5, it's 2-0. Senators leading on YouTube. All right, well, the DeLorean conversation continues. We'll try to make it more baseball focused. But we were just talking about the DeLorean.
Well, you know, if a pitcher threw 88 miles an hour, would he go back to the future?
No, because he didn't have a flux capacitor or Mr. Fusion stuck to the back of the baseball.
Or some Iranian cake uranium like Doc Brown did?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Demers leads things off here in the bottom of the second. Following him will be Troyer and Devine and Sassano. Demers 1 for 1. Came around to score as well. Fouled away, 0-2. I'm sure people are enthralled with the DeLorean conversation.
Well, you know, if people can learn something while they watch a baseball game, I think that's a good day.
They're really listening to the wrong broadcast. That one's outside 1 and 2. Learn what not to do. Okay, 1 and 2 to Demers. And this one hit to second base and through the glove of Brink. And Demers will reach on the air. And that'll bring up Troyer. So the door cracks open a little bit here for the Senators, leading 2-0 in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, just rolled over on that ball, but got rewarded for it. Or got bailed out, rather. Senators threatening again here, first time since the first.
Troyer watches that one outside 1-0. I think between the two games so far, we're at like 11 errors.
Yeah, you know, it's May.
Yeah.
Expect that. Been a long winter. Shaking the rust off still a little bit.
Inside on Troyer, 2-0. This winter didn't feel that long compared to others. I don't know. Right, Tamir's small lead off of first. 2-0 pitch on the way. And Devine will foul this over the press box to make it 2-1. Not Devine, Troyer, rather. Troyer with some good facial hair there.
Something I've never been successful with in life, John.
Facial hair?
Yeah.
Well, you have like a Civil War beard. It's just kind of scraggly. Looks like you robbed cornfields. Just saying.
Oh boy.
All right, the 2-1 is high, 3-1. It might fill in for you. I mean, someday. Just keep working on it, kid. You'll get there. That one's high and a walk. Oh, nope. I thought it was. Nope, it's not. 3-1. So I believe it's 3-1. They're going to have to stop here for a second.
They're going to make Demers go back to first?
Well, that's what I was wondering. They probably should. See, I want to say this was an actual walk. All right, back to 3-1.
Yeah,
But
everybody in the ballpark lost track of the count there for a second. All good.
They're going to let Demers stay at second base because he took it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Live
Nothing
play.
wrong with it. It's a live play. Yep, that's exactly right. This one fouled back, makes it a full count.
Who knows? That might have been a strategy right there.
That's not a bad idea.
That's ball 4, you know. Go to
Yeah.
second. Oh, wait a second. No, it's
Oh,
not.
it's only ball 1.
They're running in scoring position now.
All right, 3-2, full count. And the pitch, that is low. That will put Troyer on. So runners at first and second with nobody out. And Connor Devine stepping up. Devine with a sacrifice back in the first to score the first run. That was DeRozier coming in from third. And a chance here to add to it. Senators up 2-0, bottom of the third. 2 runs, 2 hits in an error. Lakers, no runs, 1 hit and an error. And Devine settles in. First pitch. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. That'll be a ball. And they're going to call a balk. So that'll move the runners up to second and third.
Balk has been called. Runners move second and third. Count is 0-0.
Second balk of the day for the Lakers.
This is the second balk of the day. That one was more of your traditional balk, kind of hard
Just
to
not
see.
come set. I didn't really see it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Here we go. Devine pops it up. Foul ground back towards the dugout. And no. Almost hauled in by the catcher, by Seifers. But as he goes to the turf, the ball pops out of the mitt.
It was pretty good effort there for Seifers, though. Ran a long way for that ball.
That's a tough thing to do as a catcher, having to go out of a crouch, find the ball, chase it down, and then try to catch it with that mitt.
It took me that long just to get out of the crouch. Knees cracking.
Get knee replacement. All right, 0-1 count, the pitch, Devine. Foul down the third baseline. Demers hands up. He was caught by the police as it goes by.
Doodle shake to get out of the way of that ball there so it didn't hit him. Foul
The
territory.
Demers shuffle. All right, 0-2 pitch to Devine. Watches this one in the dirt, 1-2. So a base hit here by Devine, getting it into the outfield would score 2. The 1-2. Devine pops it up instead. This will be a tag play. Hauled in and coming home is going to be Demers. Ball cut off by the pitcher, and it's 3-0 Senators with 1 out in the bottom of the third.
For the Senators,
Yeah, Senators scored all 3 runs on sacrifice flies now.
And that's, I mean, you want to get the run across, but at some point you'd like to see kind of the dam break and string runs together and move station to station if you have to.
third baseman number 2, Cohen Sassano.
Sassano steps into the box, runner at third with 1 out. Another chance to add a run here on a hit or a sacrifice.
What do you think I called?
Sassano looks to bunt and caught at third base and going for a pickle here. It's going to be Troyer. He's going to stumble a little bit, and that'll be it. So he'll be the second out of the inning and erased off the base paths. And now Sassano up. He offered at that ball, so it's 0-1. Missing that bunt, Troyer was coming down the line, and he was just hung out to dry at that point.
Yeah, when you're going no matter what, they're not waiting on contact. That happens sometimes.
Now Sassano rolls one to third, and on to first. That'll take care of it. Let the Senators get one more, and through three, they lead 3-0 on YouTube. Senators baseball presented by Stockman Bank. All right, fourth quarter getting started. This fourth is brought to you by Fence Crafters. Fence Crafters is committing to providing our customers in Helena and Missoula with a wide variety of fence options using the highest quality materials available.
Well, it's the fourth inning if you're playing baseball game, not the fourth quarter.
Did I say fourth quarter?
You did.
Well, you know. Called football a lot longer than I've called baseball here. This, but yes, thank you for the catch there.
You're welcome.
Fourth inning. 0-1. We'll get better as the season goes along. We'll get better right in time for the season to end. Brink at the plate. The 0-1 pitch by DeRozier is hit out into right field. Demers comes up a couple steps and hauls it in for the first out.
John, like these teams, we're just trying to play our best baseball.
Yeah, this is non-conference. Just trying to get better. Speaking of errors. Grounded to third. Up with it is Sassano and throws him out for the second out. So 2 outs quickly. DeRozier started this inning with 46 pitches. Probably about 49 right now.
Yeah, he's getting in a really good groove. We ain't talked about it yet, but he struck out a couple to in the third there with a couple really good breaking balls. So got a good look and feel for that pitch early on, and getting helped by his defense right here.
All right, Seifert's takes the first one there for a ball.
Has that breaking ball again there.
The 1-0. That one will be in the dirt. 2-0. Yeah, and it's important. Like when you throw curves and off speed, like you gotta have it early. It's hard to get back later.
They're full pitches. Usually, if you don't have them early in the game, you never really get them.
Exactly.
Can't really find that during a game. Seems like.
If I remember, Sandy Koufax pitched, I want to say his perfect game or one of his no-hitters without a curve because he wasn't feeling it. Seifers goes the other way. That'll be a base hit. second hit of the game for
Today's hit for
the Lakers.
2 outs single.
With 2 outs, Seifers sitting on first with Buckmaster coming up.
Fielder number 17 for Rice, Buckmaster.
Yeah, he walked in the second. 2 outs, or excuse me, with 1 out.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1. That one's low, 1-1. Seifers decent lead. Another little step, and he may have got him. Oh, just got back. DeRozier caught him in a hop, but Seifers was able to get back, and I think Seifers better be thankful he has very long arms and legs. He was out there to dry.
Yeah, his first move was not back to the bag. Had to make up for it on the dive.
Wow, very close. This one fouled back. 1-2 now on Buckmaster. DeRozier, check of the runner. Comes home. Grounded foul down the first base side. We'll do it again. All right, the 1-2, fouled away again. So 1-2, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Senators lead 3-0. Seifers on first. Buckmaster at the plate, trying to extend the inning. DeRozier, the pitch. That is down the right field line, and it drops in for a hit. Grabbed by Demers. Demers gets it in quickly, and wow, one bounces it to home plate. Seifers will hold at third, and on the double, it is Buckmaster to bring up Dixon. Dixon had a decent first game.
Yeah, Buckmaster's first hit of the day. He struck out a couple times and walked in the first game.
Okay, DeRozier goes into the stretch, and the first one to Dixon, grounded to short. Up with it and throwing him out is going to be Troyer. And the Lakers leave 2 stranded. We're through 3.5. Senators lead 3-0 on YouTube. All right, bottom of the fourth. Senators coming up, leading 3-0. Daniel Shepard, John Kemper with you from Kendrick Legion Field here in Helena. A beautiful day for baseball. The first game, Senators fell 10-8 in 11 innings. Right now with a 3-run lead as Eli Peterson checks in for the second time today. He's sacrifice back in the first inning to score a run. Takes that one on the outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, he scored demers with a sac fly to center. Senator's second run of the day.
All three scored by sacrifices today. Peterson grounds to short. Bobbled, still bobbled. Peterson running it out, and they're going to get him by about a half a step. That was Sapa with the bobble. So one down as Roman pops into the left side of the box.
Punched out looking in the first.
First one right down the pipe. Nikkinen, 55 pitches. 3 in the third, 2 hits, 3 runs, both 2 of the 3 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, swung on and missed was Roman.
And Nikkinen pitched 8 innings coming into this game, couple 4 innings starts, 8 hits, 8 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, 9 Ks.
Roman swings and misses, and down he goes on 3 straight pitches. And here comes Perlinski, 0 for 1. This game feels like it's absolutely flying by. I hope I didn't jinx it.
That just means we'll play 14 innings probably.
14, well. That one misses.
Yeah, I think Nikkinen's done a good job today so far limiting the damage. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, 1-0. Ball 1. There's a strike to even it at 1-1. And the 1-1 pass ball, that'll be 2-1.
He never says anything. And then he's got like 2 broken pinkies, so he holds it up and you can't tell if this is.
All right, Perlinski ahead in the count. 2-1 pitch, swings up high. Count goes even 2-2.
a fastball up there, 2-1 count.
High fastballs, they always look so appealing. Very hard to catch up with. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And Nikkinen strikes out the last 2 through 4. 3-0 Senators leading the Lakers on YouTube. All right, top of the 5th, Fan leads it off. Senators up 3-0. DeRozier on the mound. First one is low. DeRozier, Daniel, through 4 innings, 3 hits, No runs. Struck out 5. Has struck out 5 and has a walk. 59 pitches.
Yeah, it's that pitch right there, that breaking ball. So he's got working. It's a really nasty pitch he's throwing in any count right now. Throwing it for a strike and for a swinging strike. There it was again. That looked like a changeup maybe.
That one stayed on the outside, chased it. 1-2 now to Fan. After Fan, it'll be Nikkinen and Kalis. Kaler, if anyone gets on.
Benefit of those 2 pitches is a fastball right here. That was
Goes with a breaking ball. That one's fouled down the right field line.
he's
Keeps it
thrown
at 1-2.
3 straight breaking balls. He was early on that pitch. Now you blow a fastball by him.
Or
The theory, at least.
you really ninja it and you just keep throwing curves. That one's high, 2-2.
Well, I do too in the sense that I gotta pick that up
This one hit down the right field line. That's foul. Good play out there in the bullpen. That guy gets $1 if he wins. All right, 2-2 pitch coming up from DeRozier. Fan waiting and the delivery. Cues it. I'll do it again at 2-2. All right, 2-2. This one fouled away again.
Hanging
Fan is
around.
fighting here.
Concession stand for $1.
Looking for his first hit today. Punched out and flew out today. Reached on there in game 1. He's 0 for 4 otherwise.
That one up the middle goes right past DeRozier. And that's DeRozier right there, right? The ball, it's a base hit, but he's mad at himself that he didn't catch it. Could have taken his head with him. Just missed his glove, so it'll be the first hit of the day for Fan, and it brings up Nikkinen.
Pitcher, number 12, Luke.
With nobody out.
I don't know what Nikkinen was looking at his coach for. His coach told him to hit away there. Either that or he told him to put a bunt down. He wasn't happy. He told him to swing away.
Looking like he's going to swing away and take strike 1 on the outside.
Nikkinen might have been expecting the bunt sign right there, maybe.
Are you stealing signs, Daniel?
I was just reading body language, John. You know, as long as you're not banging on trash cans, sign stealing's legal.
Whoa, that's high. No, they're going to give him a strike on that one. 0-2. Feel like you're attacking a certain coach that might be in the dugout for the Senators right now.
Who?
Well, I know there's an Astros fan down there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, no pitch. Timeout called late, looks like. So 0-2 count, runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the 5th for the Lakers. DeRozier, throw over to first. Fan is back. 5th inning is brought to you by Helena Body and Paint, oldest body shop in Helena, proudly serving the area for almost 50 years. Find out more at helenabodyandpaint.com. 0-2 pitch, misses, 1-2. Daniel thought it was a strike, but
He's practicing my strikeout call there, John. Do you see that?
what would your strikeout call? Would you be really demonstrative about it?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the only way to be.
Okay. Would you be like Naked Gun demonstrative about it?
I can't do a split, so no.
Okay. That one's in the dirt. Now throw down to first. Polinsky grabs it. No play. No tag. 2-2 to Nikkinen. And DeRozier with the pitch. Grounded to third. Troyer will get it, but no play as that one was deep in the hole in between third and short. So the first 2 reach. And here comes Kalis. Kalis struck out 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, that ball's hitting a weird spot. I think Cohen probably had the only play on it, and he didn't get there, so no chance of Troyer to throw him out from deep in the hole. So
Yeah. Okay, Kalis here. Kalis. Right-handed batter gets ready. DeRozier looks back at second and delivers. That one hits the zone for strike one. 0-1.
Senators angling for a couple outs up the middle here. Guarding against the bunt on the corners.
The 0-1 pitch. Turn and bunt right back to DeRozier, and he will get the force at third. Oh, do they? Nope, they do. They give the out. It was on the transfer that he dropped the ball. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Good job by Sassano to hold on to that one. Just lost it in the transfer. So the runners will stay at first and second. They just change places, change names, same places.
I think it was 1-5 in your scorebook if you're keeping score at home.
Be awesome.
We hope you are better than I am right now.
Doing a good job.
It was a good play by Walker, though. The shortstop coming out of him right there. Fielding that ball, wheeling, accurate throw to third. Got the lead runner.
1-0 to Kaler.
I seen it, Dan. I don't know about that shirt, though.
And they try to throw back to second. They throw it into center field. So Nikkinen will go from second to third. So they'll have runners at the corner. So the pickoff goes awry, and it costs them 90 feet. So the first run of the game for the Lakers sitting 90 feet away. Kaler looking down, getting the sign. Rozier checking the runner at first. Decent lead at first. And the pitch. That will be outside 2-0.
See here. Okay, there's 1 for 2 with a strikeout in the third. A couple walks in the first game. Did Kaler.
2-0 pitch. That finds its home. 2-1. DeRozier set. The delivery. That one's outside. Count goes to 3-1. So one away. Runners at the corners. Kaler with a 3-1 count. Brink on deck. And he's going to put that right past second. That'll score a run. Moving from first to third will be Kalis. And staying at first base will be Kaler. And it's 3-1 now. Senators leading the Lakers in the top half of the fifth with 1 away and Brink stepping into the box.
Looked like an old-fashioned hit and run, John. Send the runner off first. Second baseman was covering the base. He crashed, and Kaler hit it right
where he was.
Right where he vacated the spot,
Yeah.
sure enough.
All right, Divine giving some signs from behind the plate for the infield and outfield.
He's new. He moved here from California. Do you know the Amises? Like Frank Amis?
All right, DeRozier sets in the delivery. That's going to be another base hit and another run for the Lakers. Makes it 3-2 with 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Runners at first and second. Nice job by Brink. Just saw the ball and put it right into the outfield. So Sapa comes up. He's 0 for 2.
Now the shortstop, number 1, Reggie Sapa.
Be Kaler at second, Brink at first, and Sapa at the plate. They're just really playing that game of hitting them where they ain't. In those last 2 hits. Now the ball gets loose, but Divine's able to get to it. Runners stay put.
And once I was gonna go be a priest, and then decided, So now he's like a youth minister.
1-0 by DeRozier. Turnaround bunt. That one gets away again, and now the runners will advance. That one was in the dirt. So now the force is off. So runners move up to second and third.
John's kind of hamstrung here because he doesn't really have. And he can't like.
Took the double play out order 2 there.
Was it Kaiser pick?
All of a sudden, Kalispell has 7 hits. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, it's been definitely a death by 1,000 paper cuts.
But hey, if you're a Kalispell fan, good hitting from the club today. But they have like 11, 12 hits in the first game, so.
I believe so, yeah. We're at 2-1 count. Sapa. Waiting. And DeRozier's pitch. That one hit to short. And that one gets past Troyer. 1 run scores, and the lead now is both runs will score as that one gets past Troyer's glove. And it's a 4-run fifth for the Lakers, and they go up 4-3 with 1 out. So Sapa down to first on the error. The Senators 3 errors today in this game. They had, I believe, 6 in the first game. Seifers is going to check in. He's 1 for 2. So a 4-run inning right now for the Lakers, and it's not done yet. Senators just have 1 out in this inning against them. First one, no good, 1-0. No one warming up in the bullpen for the Senators. DeRozier at 85 pitches. That one's low.
Pitching in the 7th, he's got 2 outs and every
2-0. Daniel, they're going to have to get someone up here soon. If he's sitting at 85, 86 pitches, he has less than 20 to go, correct?
Yeah, probably going to end up being Roman or Troyer. Swap DeRozier out for one of those middle infielders here would be my guess.
All right, 3-0 count.
3-2.
Seifers at the plate, watches that one, and that's a strike. So 3-1 count. So he's taken all the way on that.
Refs win. 17.
Throw over to first. Nope, got back in time.
You find that?
DeRozier with a look, and now he comes home. That one is fouled away. And the count will go full 3-2 with 1 out. DeRozier, look at the runner. Sets, and here he comes. Full count. That one is hit deep into left field. Way back. It's gone. A 2-run homer by Seifers. And it gives the Lakers a 6-3 lead as they double up the Senators here in the top of the 5th with 6 runs and still only 1 out.
Didn't want to walk him with three balls there, John. Challenged him, and Seifers parked it.
Cleared the fence by a couple feet. Just about 20 feet to the right of the 320 sign. And that's going to do it here for DeRozier. As Sassano's going to slide to second. Roman's going to come out. Coming in to pitch for the Senators is going to be Kaiser, it looks like. DeRozier goes to short. Troyer will slide over to third. Okay, we'll take a break while Kaiser warms up. And right now, with 1 out in the top of the 5th, it is 6-3. Lakers leading the Senators on YouTube.
final in Kalispell, game number 2 between the Reps and the Lakers. Reps 15-2 to start the series. 7-2 over the Lakers. And the Rose on opposite Reps number 2. Now entering the game for the Senators. Defensively, George. Reggie Roman will now pitching for the Senators. Helena.
All right, welcome back. Kaiser finishing up some of his warm-ups, some substitutions. Well, some not substitutions as much as moving everybody around. So some updated areas in the field. Across the outfield, Doran stays in Doran in left. Peterson moves to center field. DeMars stays in right field. Across the infield, third base, Troyer moves there. DeRozier moves from the pitcher spot to shortstop. Sassano goes from third to second. And then, of course, Kaiser into pitch. It's 6-3. Lakers here in the top of the fifth with one out. They put in 6 runs, the latest a 2-run shot by Seifers. It brings up Buckmaster.
This is Kaiser's 3rd appearance of the season thus far. 4 2/3 innings, 1 loss, 6 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 6 ERA.
Misses on the first one, but hits on the second one to make the count 1-1. Nobody on after the bases were cleared by the 2-run homer by Seifers. So DeRozier on the day, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Now a 1-2 count for Kaiser. All right, Kaiser from the windup. That one misses. Count goes 2-2. And this is just the stuff we talked about in the first game and bleeds into this one. Just depleted in the pitching spot. Waiting for the super seniors to get here as well. Knowing they got 4 games this weekend, 2 tomorrow after this one.
Yeah, you had to hold Tyler Beaver back to pitch tomorrow in Bozeman, so not a ton of options. And with that game going extras, you burned some arms a little bit more than you wanted to that first game.
And a strikeout for Kaiser. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And coming up is going to be Dixon, number 9 hitter, 0 for 2 today. All right, Kaiser delivers. That one's on the inside for strike 1. Kaiser just kind of comes right at you. Not totally, completely over the shoulder. And gets a wave there for strike 2 as he ties up Dixon. Has a, looks like a decent fastball. The 0-2 pitch, fouled away.
And not bad at all. He's got Dixon a little frustrated right here, I think.
Yeah, especially on that second strike where he just kind of waved at it. He got totally tied up on. All right, the 0-2 pitch. That one's up high, 1-2.
Really hoping Kalispell doesn't flip the lineup over here if you're Helena. They've sent 9 now to the plate in this inning. Really don't want to face the top of the lineup again if you're Helena. This inning.
1-2, that's it. Rings up Dixon, who looked lost in that at bat. Well, the damage is done though through 4.5. The Lakers lead 6-0 after putting up 6 in the top of the 5th. You're watching Senators Baseball on YouTube, presented by Stockman Bank.
5 hits, 2 errors, and overtime for the Fifth, about to 60 years. Pitches were Walker Roger 11 pitches for Kaiser. Bottom of the 5th is brought to you by Toyota of Helena. Maybe wait till Toyota of Helena is all years. Bring it in after checking suits every step of the way. Toyota of Helena. And by building pizza and the outlet, 677 Illinois, and Stockholm. That's not true. Top quality product. Fresh. Really good. Stockholm Prospect Avenue is our website. VIPPMT.com.
All right, Nikkinen still out there on the mound. It'll be Kaiser to lead things off for the Senators in the top of the order with DeRozier and Demers. Ball 1. That one misses.
Yeah, we talked about Nikkinen limiting some damage with those sac flies, and now that's kind of coming back around to help him out.
Big chopper to third, grabbed by Fan over to first, and they get Kaiser to lead to get the first out of the inning. Yeah, Nikkinen 4 innings, 4 1/3 now. Just 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. But getting the sac flies over keeping the train going or keeping the bases full just has done some damage here for the Senators so far.
Helena had, chance in the first and runners in the third. And couldn't get that big hit to maybe score a couple. Limited to 3, and now you're down 3. So looking for those extra base hits like in game 1.
DeRozier takes the first 2 for strikes, 0-2.
DeRozier's 1 for 2 today. Single, scored a run, flew out to center in the second.
All right, the 0-2 pitch by Nikkinen gets DeRozier off on his front foot, but DeRozier's able to just power it into the outfield for a base hit. That's just the 3rd hit of the day for the Senators here in the 5th inning. And it will bring up Demers. Troy, you're on deck now. What do you think on this? I mean, DeRozier trying to get something going. You're down 3 in the 5th. You maybe send him?
Yeah, I think.
Well, they won't get the chance. That one is fouled.
Yep, fouled it off his inside of his leg there. No, I think Walker's gonna pick out a pitch here and go if
take a shot.
Demers doesn't swing next couple pitches here.
Well, Demers taking his time, rubbing that right foot of his after he fouled it off there.
Yeah, it's probably not a good feeling.
No, that one never felt good.
At least it's not 35 degrees outside and you're cold.
Oh. Yeah, you'd have 2 things right there. One, your hands might be ringing from the bat.
Yep.
And then your foot from the ball hitting it. All right, 0-1 pitch on the way by Nikkinen. And that one is misses.
Walker's getting a pretty aggressive lead over there.
Count goes 1-1.
I think he's going to end up on second here sooner rather than later.
Timon steps off, looks that way. DeRozier gets back. We'll do it again. And the pitch is low, 2-1. All right, Nikkinen set, and the pitch. This one is skied into center, going back at the warning track and making the catch is going to be Callis. Holy cow, he caught that about 3 feet from the wall.
Ball's hit about 380.
That's what I was going to say, and it comes up short and makes a great catch for the second out. Demers just misses on that one. Could have made it a one-run game. Instead, it's 2 outs. DeRozier stays on first, and Troyer steps into the box. Troyer on the day, just 2 walks. And that sacrifice. And Nickenen's first one to Troyer. That one is on the inside corner for strike 1.
Get that kid the weight room.
Man.
That's such a smooth and easy swing, too. Like, barely looks like he's trying. He swings.
All right, the 0-1, and Troyer rolls it to third, or short, rather. Throw to first, and nope, pulled him off the bag. High throw, and Troyer will stay on first, or make it to first, and DeRozier moves to second. So 2 away, and runners at first and second for Connor Devine. Devine with 2 RBIs on sacrifices today.
Yeah, Reggie there fielded it clean, just couldn't get the throw down enough. Pulled Kaler off the bag there. At least he didn't let that ball trickle into foul territory. That'd have been a couple bases.
All right, Devine ready. First pitch, swings, and that one right into the glove of the second baseman as he elevates and makes the catch. So that'll erase 2 base runners, and it ends the 5th inning. Senators unable to score as we head to the 6th. It's 6-3. Kalispell leading Helena on YouTube. Okay, well, here we
You're
go.
a big Joe Diffie fan. You look like you like some Joe Diffie.
I don't know who Joe Diffie is.
This is the guy singing the song right now.
Yeah, I thought it was Metallica.
Close enough.
Oh, goodness. All right, we head to the top of the 6th. It's 6-3. Lakers leading the Senators. Kaiser back out on the mound. And it's the top of the order for the Lakers. Fan, Nikkinen, and Kalis. And the first one takes the glove off of Devine, and it will be a ball.
Got a little tied up there.
Yeah.
Ball was diving into the other's batter's box, handcuffed him a little bit.
All right. Kaiser at 12 pitches here, or 13. Next one hits the outside corner, 1-1.
This fan singled to start that 6-run inning. He's out at third on the 1-5 fielder's choice.
1-1 pitch, fouled away, 1-2.
He's 1 for 3 today with a strikeout in the second and flew out in the first.
Well, I mean, this, Lakers team sitting at 6-3 now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Could be 7-3 if the Senators don't mount a comeback here. The Senators, meanwhile, 3-5, looking to go 3-6 if they can't come back in this one. They got 2 tomorrow against Bozeman.
Yeah, I think the big question was Kalispell really hadn't played a ton of AA teams. They played Missoula.
Hard hit to second, but Sassano up with it, throws to Perlinski for the first out. Yeah, and that was what I was thinking too, is you just don't know what you have.
Beat up on A teams, but not until you play some league opponents. Even though this is non-conference play, do you really know what you got? And they've scored 16 runs and probably over 20 hits, or right at 20 hits today. So
yeah, in 16 innings, soon to be 17. All right, one away. Kaiser getting ready. Nikkinen in there and drives this one into right. DeMars is there, and he'll make the grab. 2 quick outs for the Senators. All right, Nikkinen's retired. Callis is coming in. He's, well, 0 for 2 with a run scored. Struck out once.
His wife is I just mean in the sense of trying to encourage him. But they've been very blessed. So.
Kaiser's first one, fouled away with 0-1. The breeze blowing basically from the right field foul line across to the left field home run wall. All right, the 0-1 pitch. That is golfed into left center, and it's going to get down. It will roll almost to the wall. It'll be a stand-up double for Nikkinen. Helena gets it into DeRozier. But with 1 out, Nikkinen finds himself on second base. Or Kalis, excuse me. Kalis finds himself on second base, and Kaler coming up. So 2 away. So it was Fan and Nikkinen having the first 2 outs of the inning, then Kalis just had that one. So
Lucky,
nice double in the gap.
6-iron, I don't know what you'd hit off the fairway. You golf? He went down and got that, though.
Yeah, he did.
Powered it into the gap. Maybe a wedge or something, I don't know. 3
Yeah,
wood.
wedge would go shorter. I mean, you'd probably use a fairway wood, right? But not me. I'd probably use like a 7. Depending on how far you
hit
need
the
to
fairway
go.
first to hit it off the fairway. No,
That's true. It's like catching a fish. You got to do one of those first too.
You got to be able to catch the fish before you take a photo with it.
Exactly. All right, first one upstairs, 1-0. Or you just go stand next to somebody who knows how to fish and then borrow the fish for 5 seconds.
That's what I should have done yesterday.
Should have got a picture with that beaver.
2 days ago.
All right, the 1-0 pitch, and he goes the other way. And coming around trying to score is going to be Kalis, and he will score to make it 7-3. As that was Kaler just punching it through the infield on the right side to get the RBI, and now Brink steps up with 2 away. So little 2-out rally here for Kalispell, and they're up 4 in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, it looked like Helena, second baseman, was holding the runner on there, not really anticipating him to go to the opposite field, and he just rolled one right through the giant hole on the right side.
First pitch high, 1-0.
So you kind of grin and bear that if you're Helena, but hurts in a 3-run game, now 4-run game.
All right, Kaiser's second one. That one is good. Strike 1, 1-1.
Oh, was that a strike?
Let's see, Brink's 1 for 3 today with a single and a strikeout. Run scored.
That one is low to go 2-1.
Singled in that big 6th-run 5th inning for Kalispell.
Yeah, that crooked number in the 5th of 6 runs. Almost batted around. That one's upstairs. 3-1 now.
Second and third time through the order, they just figured Walker out. Started hitting everything he threw up there.
All right, the 3-1 pitch on the way from Kaiser. That one is going to be high, ball 4. So Kaler will move to second. Brink goes down to first, and Sepa comes up. Sepa 0 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored.
Call this with 2 outs too, John.
Now at the plate, the shortstop. Number 1.
Sapa goes down to talk to the third base coach. And there's Troyer going to talk to Kaiser on the mound. Now we'll get ready to go here. 2 away. Top of the 6th, 1 run in, 2 runners on. For the Lakers, Sapa at the plate. First pitch. That one is right down the middle for strike 1. Kaiser looks back, delivers. This one fouled off to the right. 0-2.
Took some leaves out of the tree over there.
Better leaves out of a tree than a windshield out of a car, or could have done both.
That tree has insurance.
Probably, well, I mean, probably has city insurance, right? Hit to DeRozier. He'll go to second, and that'll end the inning. But another run scores for the Lakers, and through 5.5, Kalispell leads the Senators 7-3 on YouTube. All right, bottom of the 6th getting underway. Sassano checks in. Be Sassano, Peterson. Nikkinen still in there dealing. First one misses inside, 1-0. So Daniel Senators find themselves down 6 outs to go, 7-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to get something going. Sassano lifts this to left field, and it will go out of play.
Yeah, John needs some base runners here. I mean, 3 hits. It's not going to get the job done most days. And work some good ABs. They did that well in the first game. Moved some runners, so can't hit a 4-run homer with nobody on base. So first job is get some runners on. And it starts right here.
Can't do math. Nice job.
I'm gonna have to not do math for a couple days because I've done enough for
to take a day
the whole
off.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 1-1 pitch, foul down the right field line. So Sassano finds himself down 1-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Senators find themselves down 4.
Yeah, Sassano's 0 for 1 with a walk today. Grounded out to short last time.
All right, the 1-2. Sassano slaps at it. That one's foul. 7 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors for the Lakers. 3 runs on 3 hits, but 3 errors for the Senators. All right, the 1-2 pitch on the way. Sassano gets a fly ball into center, and that will be hauled in by Callis for the first out. So up comes Peterson. Peterson with the sacrifice fly for an RBI. 0 for 1 other than that.
All right, what's this band?
Oh, I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. I heard a lot of bass, though. All right, Nickenen's first one hits the inside corner, 0-1. I don't know, who was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I was hoping you knew.
well, you could ask Wald. I mean, he has it. Okay. 0-1 pitch. Hit into right field. Going back on it is Buckmaster, and he'll haul it in for the second out. Finn Doran checks in. Doran take over for Roman.
Great. Doran.
This will be his first plate appearance of the game. Foul down the first base line, 0-1.
But I had a chance to chat with him.
See, Doran is, or was, 1 for 4 with a single. In game 1, grounded into a double play, flew out, grounded out to first.
That one misses on the outside, 1-1.
But I think what happened is he retired. And then he moved to Idaho, and he was like there for like a year and a half, and he got bored.
That one hits the outside corner,
College in Missouri.
1-2.
Yeah, he has a ton of experience. We're gonna play Warrior.
All right, Doran, 1-2.
That's a great song.
And the pitch from Nikkinen. Fouls it back to the screen.
Oh, you'll totally recognize it. Bang, bang. Oh, yeah. Then you have to play John Denver. That's my favorite.
Take me home,
Whoa,
country
whoa.
road.
Whoa. Whoa, we're singing now? That one's well outside, 2-2. Nikkinen threw 5 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Remember when you said you sound better in the shower? I don't know.
Still better than Bob Dylan, John.
Ooh, wow. I don't know. This one popped to the left side of the infield and hauled in by Sapa. All right, well, we're down to the 7th inning here. Top of the 7th we go. The Lakers lead the Senators 7-3. You're watching Senators baseball on YouTube. All right, to the 7th inning we go. In the 7th inning, brought to you by Helena Orthodontics. Since 1975, Doctors Foster and Wood provide the highest level of orthodontics in a setting that will find you both incredibly comfortable and enjoyable. Find out more at HelenaOrthodontics.com. Bonus points if you can spell orthodontics without having to look it up. All right, 7-3 as we start the top of the 7th. Whoa, hey,
T.
calm down,
H.
spelling bee.
You said $100 so I could spell it.
Well, I didn't shake on it. First one finds its way in for a strike. Kaiser still out there pitching.
See, I got
Kaiser at 29 pitches. Inning and 2/3. This one's fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2. Senators find themselves down 4 in this last inning. And the 0-2 pitch. Oof, just misses. That'll be 1 and 2 to Seifers, who had a home run his last time up. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored, of course. And the 1-2, that's well high for 2 and 2.
That's so true.
That's what they're gonna say about the numbers.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the heck? Comes back first, he's like,
All right, 2-2 pitch. That one is high. Count goes full. And let's see what they're going to dial up here for the guy to hit the only home run in this one. Full count. Slapped foul down the first base line. We'll get a new ball, and we'll do it again.
Sorry, John, I was correcting a scoring mistake here in my book.
Oh, that's okay.
Nothing like drawing an old arrow to fix a mistake, right?
You draw an arrow from the mistake to the right thing?
Yep.
Okay.
It goes back to the old scoring pin thing that we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
You can't just erase it, you know.
I got 3 pencils over here, but that's okay. All right, 3-2 pitch. That one is high, and Seifers finds himself on first base with Buckmaster coming up, Dixon on deck.
That is Seifers' third reach of the day. Single, homer, and the walk.
Yep, yeah. 2 for 3 with that walk. 2 RBIs, that home run.
And Buckmaster's been on twice today.
That one's in the dirt.
Struck out in the 5th.
Seifers a little running start off the bag at first. Not a big lead. Takes an extra step now. Kaiser looks, throws, fouled away. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch by Kaiser on the way. That is foul to make it 1-2. Playing Buckmaster in the outfield pretty much straight up. Maybe shading a couple steps towards right field. That one gets away from Devine, and Seifers will get to second. Turns, looks for third, but he'll go back. Count goes even, 2-2.
Yeah, went through Devine's legs there.
All right, Kaiser look back at second, and now the pitch. That's swung on and miss, and Buckmaster will go down for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Dixon.
Left fielder, number 6.
Seifers sitting on second. One away here in the top of the 7th.
Dixon's 0 for 3. Couple strikeouts. RBI chance here, though.
First one is hit just over the glove of DeRozier into left. Seifers will come around to score to make it 8-3. Going down to second is going to be Dixon. And it'll be a single. He'll advance to second. On the throw, no error.
RBI single. Runner advances on throw.
And Seifers comes in and scores to make it 8-3. A 5-run game now for the Lakers in the top half of the 7th with 1 out. And the top of the order, Fan comes up. And Fan fouls this one back.
Got Fan 1 for 4. Ground out to second, the 6th. He singled in the 5th.
A 1 pitch is a ball, 1-1. Dixon on second. And the 1-1. That one hits the outside corner. 1-2. Guys are up to 45 pitches. That's hit right to Perlinski. He's going to hold it and takes it for the second out. Advances Dixon over to third. And it will bring up Nikkinen with 2 outs and a runner on third. 1 run in for the Lakers in this inning. It's 8-3.
And Nikkinen's 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored.
Yeah, it feels like he's hadn't been on base more than that. Might be going back to the first game. All right, first pitch. That one is in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he was on base 4 times in game 1.
That's where I'm feeling it. So today he's been on base 5 times coming into this at-bat. 0-1 pitch by Kaiser. That one swung on and missed, just bringing the heat.
Climbed the ladder there.
Nikkinen will go out for the 7th. He's through 6 with just 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Kaiser trying to get him here as he's down 0-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. That one outside, ball 1, 1-2. Dixon getting a little bit of a start down third, nothing crazy.
Yeah, if they had a runner doubled off third, about a step and a half lead there.
Comes down the line on that. That's outside. 2-2. Yeah, Troyer's not rushing over to third to cover anything on the throw, at least those last 2. All right, the 2-2 pitch by Kaiser. That is hit into center. Peterson drifting back, gets under it, and that will take care of it. But another run scores for the Lakers, and as we go to the bottom half of the 7th, last chance for the Senators. They trail 8-3. You're watching Senators Baseball on YouTube, presented by Stockman Bank. All right, bottom of the 7th, last chance here for the Senators, down 8-3. First one in there on Perlinski, 0-1. New pitcher, by the way. It's going to be Buckmaster coming in from right field. This one is on the inside corner and is quickly 0-2 to Perlinski.
Big lefty. 10 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts so far for Buckmaster this season.
The 0-2, Perlinsky fouls it off. We'll do it again. After Perlinsky, it'll be Kaiser and then DeRozier.
I guess Bryce's first relief appearance of the season. He went 5 innings his last 2 outings. Struck out 7 in each.
0-2 swung on and missed, and Perlinsky goes down on strikes. And that will bring up Kaiser with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 8-3. Lakers in the lead here. Senators jumped out to a 3-0 lead through 3. And then a disastrous 5th inning of 6 runs by the Lakers. They've tacked on a run in the 6th and 7th to get to that 8-3 score. Senators with 11 hits. Sorry, Lakers with 11 hits and 2 errors. Senators just 3 hits and 3 errors. 1-0 on Kaiser, 1-1.
Yeah, we can see why Buckmaster's been so good striking guys out. Pretty good command.
1-1 pitch inside, 2-1.
Working fast. I guess Kalispell has the market cornered on left-handed pitching this season.
Yeah, must be. Right, 2-1 pitch. Kaiser on the ground to second, up with it, and on to first for the second out is Brink. And the last chance here for the Senators. Walker DeRozier steps in, 2 for 3 with a run scored. In fact, he has 2 of the 3 hits for Helena today.
Indeed he does. Helena went single to start the game, 1 hit since.
All right, DeRozier waiting. Buckmaster sets in the delivery. That one down the middle for strike 1.
Well, John, I've had fun today. How about you?
Yeah, I think it was a good start. I mean, want to see some wins, obviously, from the Senators, but as we move along in the season, it'll be good. Find our rhythm a little bit more. Take care of some of our errors.
Do about one game a week on average?
Well, we're going to try.
Okay.
Home games. Got to remember.
You're such a busy guy these days.
I am. 1-1 pitch. That is low. 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch. DeRozier fouls it down the left field line. Count goes even, 2-2. So 2 away, 2 balls, 2 strikes to DeRozier. Base is empty. All right, 2-2 pitch. DeRozier, whoa! No, it's dropped. DeRozier thought it was caught. And I can't blame him. I thought it was caught too by Buckmaster, but it fell out of his glove. He picks it up off the mound and throws him out to end the game. Nice play by Buckmaster. And he wraps up this one. The Senators drop the doubleheader today to the Kalispell Lakers, 8-3. Lakers, 8 runs on 11 hits with 2 errors. The Senators, just 3 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors. Senators fall to 3-7 on the season, and for Kalispell they go to 7-3. Well, Daniel, any parting thoughts?
It's a good day for baseball. Not what the Senators wanted, but Kalispell probably proves something to the rest of the conference that they can play with some pretty good AA teams. And Helena's just young right now. They'll be a completely different looking team by this time next month. So
Yeah,
some of that pitching back, shore up some stuff on defense, and first game especially, probably a game Helena should have won.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, for Daniel Shepard, I'm John Kemper. Thanks so much for watching and listening today. Like Daniel said, we're going to try to do a home game a week as much as we possibly can. But every game is on YouTube. It's just you won't have the play-by-play or color for every game. We're just going to try to do one a week for now. But we'll see how it goes throughout the season. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. For Daniel Shepard, I'm John Kemper. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Senators Baseball on YouTube, presented by Stockman Bank.